All right, how y'all doing? Listen, Russell Westbrook, I think he retired today. He got 18 years in this league, 18 years of service. I tip my hat to you. I know they're gonna hate on you, but numbers wise, he is the second best point guard that ever laced him up. They're not gonna give him his props, which I don't understand because with LeBron, they go off of numbers. With Westbrook, they go off of his turnovers. They just take away from him as a player because his numbers are so exceptional and they can't accept him being that high based on his numbers. I know I've talked about him wearing, well, we'll leave that out of this. But anyway, Skip Bayless had something to say, which I don't know how this guy has, I don't know, has so many people that think his word means anything. I mean, he pretty much gives Westbrook props for playing hard, but then that's about it. Everything they give LeBron James credit for stat wise, longevity, Westbrook, 18 years, 4 years with stats that I don't think many point guards, there's only been one that has done the type of numbers this guy has done, and especially in that 4 year stretch. Had he not gone to the Lakers, he would have signed for a max contract somewhere else, in my opinion. But let's go over what Skip Bayless is saying about him.
And obviously, his numbers, his achievements say slam dunk first ballot Hall of Famer. But I have been very consistent in my stance about Russell Westbrook, my view of Russell Westbrook's game. He would not be in my Hall of Fame. I don't hate the player, but I guess I hate the game. Just ain't my cup of Gatorade. But I will say this, I have great respect for how hard Russell Westbrook played the game of basketball every single dribble of 18 seasons. Played hard, man, all the way to age 37. Played fiercely, played all time intensely. I give you, Russ, that. 9-time All-Star, 2-time first team All-NBA, 2-time scoring champ, 3 times assist leader. 4 straight years of doing something I never thought I would see again after Oscar Robertson. 4 straight seasons of averaging a triple-double. Last 4 seasons in Oklahoma City playing for my Thunder. Back to the start of Russ's career at UCLA. I just didn't see him coming. And I watched Russell Westbrook's Bruins play in 2 straight Final Fours. He did not start. He was not a starter that first year, his freshman year, which did surprise me in hindsight. He did start his second year at UCLA, and he averaged 13 a game, 4 assists a game. I just didn't see him coming. I didn't see what Sam Presti saw when he drafted Russell Westbrook as high as he drafted him. I just didn't see it, but Sam Presti knows, as he's proven again and again and again. He sees things coming, others do not. And right away in Oklahoma City, as you well remember, it was Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook and James Harden. And pretty soon, I had a big problem with Russell Westbrook because in 2012, their breakthrough season as a team, when they did go to the NBA Finals, Russell Westbrook started averaging more shots per game than my favorite player at that point, Kevin Durant.
My goodness, this dude is insufferable. This is a negative dude. So you're supposed to be unbiased. You're a commentator and you're getting upset. You're a journalist getting upset because a player is shooting more shots than your favorite player at the time. What does that have to do with anything? You crash out on Shannon Sharp over your favorite player in football, Tom Brady. So it's just weird. The man retired. The man did great things for this game. 4 years, he averaged a triple-double. Instead of you saying, salute to you, Russ, you did great things, you got to be negative. This is a miserable, miserable dude, in my opinion. I mean, can you just say one thing? It's over with for the man. He's done. Why can't you let the man sail off with a positive note? You got to go back to college and do all this weird stuff. Miserable.
Predicted Kevin Durant would win multiple scoring titles when he was at Texas. I got laughed at on my first ESPN show called Pizza. And here he came. And there went Russell Westbrook shooting more shots than Kevin. And I began on First Take to criticize Russell Westbrook for shooting way too many shots, taking too many away from Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant one night called over the Oklahoma City beat reporter, the Oklahoman reporter. I think it was Darnell Mayberry. I can't remember for sure. But Kevin Durant blasted me and said I didn't know shit about basketball, protecting his little brother teammate Russell Westbrook. I guess I knew something about basketball because eventually, as you well remember, Kevin Durant left Oklahoma City, left Russell Westbrook high and dry, causing a feud between those two, big brother, little brother. And I was told by a source very close to Kevin Durant at that point that the main reason Kevin left Russ was because Kevin decided he would never win a championship with Russell Westbrook as his primary decision maker, his point guard, because Russ would dribble the ball up the floor every single time and decide whether it was his turn or Kevin Durant's turn. Drove Kevin crazy, obviously, and drove Hazel crazy. It's okay, Hazel, calm down. We were both great. We were both barking at Russell Westbrook. And obviously Kevin went on and did something I didn't see coming from him. He rose and shone in Golden State, albeit with a very talented team that he and Russ had down 3-1 in the previous Western Conference Finals. And Kevin won back-to-back championships as a Warrior. Could have won 3 if he just stayed healthy, but won back-to-back with huge game 3s in LeBron's house, in LeBron's face. Way to go, Kevin. So then Russ decides or realizes, well, wait a second,
What does this have to do with Kevin Durant and all this stuff? Like, just say congratulations, Russ. Hopefully you have a great second phase of your life. Like, is it because you didn't make it? Is that the reason why you just hateful? Is that the reason why you don't know how to let a person celebrate a moment? Because all you do is get money for bloviating and taking away from talking about good men. Like, I just don't understand this. This is your commentary after a guy spent 18 seasons in the best league in the world. This is your commentary.
Start leaving the ball on the floor, driving as he does, bull in China shop. Just hell-bent, Russell attacks the basket. Nobody's ever attacked the basket more consistently harder than Russell Westbrook. And he realized, post Kevin Durant, if I occasionally just leave the ball on the floor for Steven Adams or Cantor, whoever it was, to dunk it, I can pile up.
So you're just gonna call his assists and the great things that he did, the passing that he possessed, you're just gonna diminish it as he's just leaving the ball on the floor. This is a one negative person.
These things called assists, and did he ever 4 straight seasons playing harder than anybody in the NBA, or at least as hard? 4 straight triple doubles. Didn't amount to much team success, but 4 straight years of averaging a triple double. I was in awe. But as I looked at the big picture of Russ's career, it began to come clearer and clearer. He was a horrendously bad 3-point shooter and a pretty high volume 3-point shooter. He wound up averaging 31% for his career. In many years, he was at or near the bottom of the league in 3-point shooting. And I began to realize that over time, Russ is high volume turnover. 4 times Russ led the NBA in turnovers, and 3 times he finished second in the NBA in turnovers, and countless other times he finished very high in turnovers. Horrendous 3-point shooter, high turnovers, Not my style, not who I want running point for my team, not who I want in my Hall of Fame.
So I think it started over, but apologize for that. But yeah, man, this dude to me is negative. I don't know why he couldn't just say congratulations to the man. But you know, this is the great Skip Bayless, the great bloviator, not great at doing anything else but talking. But Russ, shout out to you. Thank you for all the years that you put in. You've had some great basketball. I thought you should be signed for another year, but you know how it is. But Skip Bayless, you are a hater. For a guy that couldn't even get picked or couldn't play on his high school team, you have this much to say at a time like this. I think it's tacky. I think you should have commended him. He's a top 75 player, a Hall of Famer. You should give him a little more respect than you just gave. Don't bring up so many negative things at a good moment for somebody who reached a decision to now, move on from a game that he played all his life. And you are still this, what do they call it in the other side? Insensitive. You still this insensitive to say something negative at a time like this. Shame on you. But shout out to you guys. If you have stayed here to the end of the video, hit that like button. I may crank out one or two more videos before I fall out. I'm getting tired, but I got y'all. I'm gone.